Welcome, gentlemen. Congratulations to the Liverpool supporters. Hassam, I'm coming to you first. 6 goals scored. Salah proving he's your GOAT. Talk to me.
You don't have to force your opinions on me to start a stream when I'm winning 6-3. Anyway, big up, guys.
That's all you took on.
Big up. Salah. I love Mo. Everyone knows how much I love Mo. We don't have to have a Premier League GOAT discussion every time. Listen, today...
That's what he's called now on the football terrace.
That's fine.
Liverpool's Premier League GOAT is what his name is.
Baby. That's fine. You can have your opinion. Anyway, I don't want to have that discussion today because you can't change my mind and I can't change yours, just like Gerard and Scott.
I don't need to change your mind. I'm just saying, talk to me about the Premier League GOAT.
We should always be open to Hassan. We should always be open to changing our mind. Changing your mind is not a bad
thing.
Yeah,
of course, we should be, but I won't change it now, though. Anyway, big up to you guys. You know, this was revenge settings for last year. Bold managers or not, whatever Ainge does, we do better. I think Ainge had a suicidal mission today, the way that he played against us. You're going to play open, expensive against Liverpool. We're just going to eat you alive. Today was destruction, you know, absolute destruction. We destroyed Tottenham Hotspur. And I feel like the only reason we conceded those 3 goals, I'm not going to scapegoat, but I think Robertson losing the header to Brennan Johnson that way is really weak. But from our perspective, this was a fantastic win. Absolutely incredible win. Mo has 26 GA in 16 games, you guys. This is actually abnormal. I swear to God. Like we keep talking like it's normal, but it's really not. He is officially, as of the second, the outright top goal scorer of the league and the outright top assister of the league. This is just inhumane at this point. If anyone thinks that this guy is gonna slow down to the level where we can't play him anymore, or slow down to the level where, like, oh my God, he's gonna drop off and we're all gonna, regret the fact that we gave him. No. This won't ever happen. I think Mo,
Liverpool Premier League GOAT. I agree.
Mo, when he's 35, will have a season like Saka's having now, you know, and people will think it's a bad season. So I'm just looking at us right now, and what we did today was unbelievable. We're top of the league again, so back to winning ways as well is important because we drew 2 games in a row in the league. Unfortunate circumstances for both games. For Newcastle, obviously, with the Kelleher error. For Fulham with the Robertson red card kind of affected us negatively. Big up to Luis Diaz today. Absolutely fantastic 2 finishes for both goals. I'm really loving Luis Diaz in this new number 9 role. Unbelievable. I think because obviously Jota's unreliable. We listen, injuries, yes, injury this, injury that, but at some point in time we're gonna have to rely on players that are reliable. And because the other guy is unreliable in a different way, if and when Jota gets injured at this point, because it's a when, I want to run Luis Diaz up top. I think that's the most logical thing to do right now. Luis Diaz up top for us is probably the most logical thing to do. And we have to keep winning. We can sit up here and we can talk about oh my God, this club this club that, your favorites, leopards in the tree, who's favorite. All this doesn't make a difference in the long term. In the long term, it's all about winning. It's all about getting the 3 points. And me and Rax had this conversation 2 weeks ago on my channel. We had it on the terrace as well. Look, you have to handle your own business. Okay? Arsenal losing, this team losing, that team losing means nothing if you can't handle your own business. And today we handled business. I hate the fact we conceded 3 goals, but other than that, listen, so many unbelievable performances from so many different players. I really love what I saw today. Luis Diaz cooked. The midfielders, Gravenberch and McAllister, cooked. Szoboszlai had one of his best games for us. The defense, I'm a little bit, as I said, just a bit of disappointment. But other than that, very happy with this team, very happy with the result, very happy with this manager as well. Because you could see today he came tactically ready. And that's exactly why we started, Diaz up top today, which shows adaptability, which is very important for a Premier League manager. And on to the next we go. This is exciting times to be a Liverpool fan.
It certainly is exciting times. I think what you said is right. Of course, you've got to keep winning every time you do. It's also the win, I think, today from a title race perspective, with Arsenal winning, so closing the gap slightly, and then Chelsea dropping some points, who'd closed the gap on you in the last 2 match days. it just, again, it puts a lot more pressure on them come Boxing Day or the day, whatever day they play around.
Yeah, but the reason why I mentioned that is there is a reason why I said that is because I feel like sometimes you get too caught up in title races talking about like what other teams do, like, oh, Arsenal lost, City lost, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, that's all well and good, but if you don't win your games, it doesn't matter long term. And that's why I was happy for us to win today after Chelsea dropped points. That's the key here.
No, I totally understand where you're coming from when you say that. Sam, not Hussam, Sam, what did you make of Liverpool today?
Before I talk about that, I just want to call out Gunnar Souls. You're shameless and you're a fraud. Just want to say that. Yesterday, when Arsenal came and won, you were here all talking about the chases on. But the times where you drew last week, you didn't want to come on. So what I'm going to say to you is that we don't take you seriously. Yeah? The chase is on. Keep on chasing. You've been trying to chase Man City. You're going to chase us and you're not going to get anywhere with it. Trust me on that one. But anyways, on the game today, brilliant performance. I'm going to speak on a negative. I know Hussam spoke on all the positives, but I'm going to speak on a negative. Robertson, at a point, I actually thought Robertson had a good game, but then there were certain moments in the game where I was like, yeah, I can't lie. We need to get another left back in January. It's going to cost us if we're going to keep on playing him. It's going to cost us. And I don't want to keep on... Have you let it
go now, the Robertson thing? Have you woken up finally and said, like, it's over?
I've been saying this from last year. I said this from last year, Brighton game, when we drew 2-2.
It's time. By the way, sorry, I want to interrupt Sam and just say one thing quickly to the Terrace audience. Gunnar Solskjaer didn't just say the chase is on. He also said that the players gave birth because of Arteta, and they're making love because of Arteta, and they're marrying their wives because of Arteta. So he said a lot of worse shit. So, yeah, go ahead, Samuel.
To be fair, I didn't hear him say that, but if he said that, that's wild. But, we need to get a left back in January. Joe Gomez was good, but it also shows how good Konate is as well. That he cleans up a lot of things. Even though Joe Gomez played well, I'm not going to lie to you, Joe Gomez played very well today. He probably could be arguably man of the match. But Konate, we do need him back because he shores up that right side. But anyways, like Mo Salah, I'm going to say this from now. Please, Samuel, don't drink this. He's going to score 20 goals and he's going to get 20 assists this season. He's got 15 goals already. He's got 11 assists. He's gonna break that record. He's going to break that record. I'm saying that from now. Because having 15 goals and 11 assists, and it's not even Christmas yet, is absolutely insane. That is insane.
You just saw what tempting fate did to Terry, and then you do it yourself.
Listen. I'm gonna
take that back right now. Take it back. Take it back. Trust me, Samuel. Take it back. I know you trust me. Take it back. Say he's not gonna do it right now. Say it. Say he won't ever break that record.
He's not gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Anyways, so yeah, but what I do like is Diaz up top. Now, Diaz brings something different. His hold-up game is brilliant. The way he links up play is a lot better than Nunes up top. Jota, he's better than Jota, but Jota's a better finisher. So we can't rely on Jota because he gets injured so much. So that is another option where we can at least fit Gakpo on the left wing and place him up top. But altogether, it was a very good performance. We just need to tighten up with the defense because we're conceding too many goals lately. And there's certain things that we need to relax on. But listen, as I said, we're winning the league anyways. So
I like that. What you mentioned before I go to Kate, you mentioned Mo Salah there. First Premier League player ever to reach double digits for goals and assists before Christmas. Everywhere trending is King Mo everywhere, from Fabrizio right through to the multiple Premier League Twitter accounts, ones based in different parts of the world. Rack, if he breaks that Henry record, clinching his second Premier League title, along with all the other achievements, I think he's moved clear as the fourth highest goal scorer in Liverpool's history. What does it do for his legacy? If those things happen, if he breaks that record, wins that Premier League, what does it do for his Liverpool and Premier League legacy, in your opinion?
I think Salah is already a Liverpool legend. He's already held in the highest esteem by all of us. So some people will have other players ahead, behind, all that kind of stuff. I don't necessarily think it does. We can't love him anymore. We can't adore him anymore. We can't hold him in any higher esteem. So
Oh,
I
there
think,
always is that place to love extra.
yeah, well, you've got a big heart, Sam, so maybe for you. But but I think when you're talking about cold hard numbers, obviously, then you start talking about football in a slightly different way. You're talking about record books. You're talking about the approach that rival fans and other football historians and stuff, where they put him in pecking orders and stuff like that. But Salah's one of the best players that Liverpool have ever had. It's clear to see by the numbers. It's clear to see on the pitch the way he's given everything for Liverpool. He came back from adversity, from the situation at Chelsea, to fire us to our first Premier League in 30 years, a Champions League, always in or around the top of the league ever since he's been here. So, I can't tell people how they should feel about Salah, but I have a good idea how Liverpool fans feel about them, and we can't really do much more, say much more. He is an absolutely incredible player, and I think many people will have him already as the best Premier League player in the world, in Liverpool history. And I think that's fine. I think it's also fine if other people have differences of opinions.
Yeah,
they're entitled to their opinion.
I agree, and I think everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'm at a point with the Premier League where I feel a bit like it's so. I never thought I'd reach this. Well, I always hoped I'd get to this age and older, but I never thought I'd feel like this, where I'm sounding like my dad, where I feel like you have to almost compartmentalize eras because it becomes almost impossible. You get to a point, like in another 50, 60 years, when you've seen another couple of people that are like Messi, it's like, hang on a minute, and you'll sit there and go, well, I remember Maradona, I remember Messi, I remember that. How can I differentiate? It's almost like eras come into it. I think he's this era's.
So I
I
remember when Ryan Giggs broke through. You remember that as well, right? And who did they liken Ryan Giggs when he broke through? They likened him to George Best.
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard George Best's name mentioned certainly amongst them? It's doesn't happen.
No one. Maybe you'll get it from slightly older Man United fans, but no one says when a young United winger breaks through, the new George Best. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
And George Best, when Giggs was breaking through, was a pundit everywhere and doing that type of thing. So I do think eras is very, very important as well. It depends on who you're debating with, because with all due respect, anybody that's say 22, 23, 24 and younger, when it comes to talking about some of your earlier Premier League legends, none of them watch Robbie Fowler play. Most of them don't even really remember Steven Gerrard's career if they're in their early 20s. So it almost becomes like, well, can you really debate?
I watched Robbie Fowler's second stint more than his first.
Yeah, so you don't remember him when he was... But the point I'm making is, and this is hopefully makes it easier for people, if I don't remember a football player playing, I'm not going to have a debate about how good or bad it's ridiculous. Do you know a player that never gets mentioned as a European great by anyone on the social media scene? Because he's Michel Platini. Like, my dad always talks about how great he was, but maybe because he went on to run part of football and he was despised for it, no one talks about how great a football player he was.